Okay, so A actually has h of 2, which means that the time, or the x value, is 2. Time is down here, x value. So 2 is right there. So they are just asking for that y value for that point, which is approximately 8. So if you see, and they throw this in every once in a while just to review. So it's not the topic of conversation for this unit, but they want to make sure you know the difference between here I'm giving you the x, what is the y, and in B, they're giving you the y and asking you what the x is. So in B, they're giving you a y value of 10, just a little bit above that, and they are asking you what the x values are. And there will be multiple x values. And I think it flattens out at 10. So I have these 4 x values for the answer here. So the time could be, we'll call it 1.8 seconds. It's an approximation because that's about as best as I can estimate off the graph, which means there isn't a correct answer, but there are definitely wrong answers. So if you put down 1.75, 1.7, all that's good. But this next one is at about 2.8. One after that is at 4, and then it flattens out at 5. So what we're saying here is at 1.8 seconds, 2.8 seconds, 4 seconds, and 5 seconds, this bungee jumper is 10 feet off the ground. Go. All right, so 2c is h of t is greater than or equal to 10. So if I translate this question is asking me for what time values will the bungee jumper be at 10 feet or more. So he could be up here at 50 feet or 40 feet or 20 feet or 10 feet. So 10 feet or more. Then he's below 10 feet. And then about here he's back at 10 feet, up to about 18 feet, back down to 10 feet, right about there. And then he's below 10 feet again, and he levels out at about 10 feet there. So drawing the picture and highlighting where you want to write your answers would be the first step in showing your work. Now all I have to do is figure out how to convert this into my 3 forms. So let's see. 1 is a number line. Your x-axis goes from 0 to 5, so I'm going to make my number line 0 to 5. Whatever your x-axis is, that's what you should use for your number line data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4. Again, you don't have to count every line because after a while it starts getting a little crowded in there. All right, so in this case we have a line underneath the equal sign, so I will have filled in dots. This dot right there was at approximately, 1.8, so right about here has to be filled in, and everything to the left of it. Right here we got a nice sandwich, and everything between those two, which is about 2.8 to 4, so 2.8 to 4 and everything between. Make sure you fill in the dots. This is why I suggest for the quiz and test different colors, because it's obvious now if I'm going between or to the left or to the right, and whether I'm filling it in or not filling it in. And then just that point there at the end at 5. Okay. Intervals. We can read it right off the number line. That arrow there is at negative numbers, so negative infinity. Always has a rounded bracket, to approximately 1.8, filled in circle, so square bracket, disjointed set, so or, between those two, square brackets because of filled in circles, 2.8 to 4, so a sandwich between 2.8 and 4, or just 5. All right, so the third form is symbolic, so we've got to do that. So we have less than 1.8, so x is less than 1.8, or we have the sandwich there. So 2.8 is less than x, which is less than 4, or x could equal 5. Now this says, when is the height greater than or equal to 10? So we have to put the equal signs underneath all of those too. So x is less than or equal to 1.8, or 2.8 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 4, or x is equal to 5. Oh my goodness. I did all that and I never turned it on. Oh, now I'm on. Okay. Anyway, so h of t is less than 10, so we've got the two sections there. No line underneath, so you have open circles. Open circles mean rounded brackets. And no line underneath for the symbolic. Now, of course, you have sandwiches, so 1.8, 2.8, or 4, 5.